Just coming into CNN, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has been admitted to a hospital in Luxembourg after she sustained an injury during an official engagement. This is according to a statement from her office. I want to bring in CNN's Lauren Fox. What more do we know here, Lauren, about this injury?
Yeah, we are just getting this statement into us, and I want to read part of it because it is a little bit vague. It says, while traveling with a bipartisan congressional delegation in Luxembourg to mark the 80th anniversary of the Battle of the Bulge, Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi sustained an injury during an official engagement and was admitted to the hospital for evaluation. Pelosi is currently receiving excellent treatment from doctors and medical professionals. She continues to work and regrets that she's unable to attend the remainder of the CODEL engagements to honor the courage of our service members during one of the greatest acts of American heroism in our nation's history. It goes on to say Pelosi conveys her thanks and praise to the veterans with gratitude and to the people of Luxembourg for their service in World War II and their roles in bringing peace to Europe. She was personally and officially honored to travel with the distinguished delegation. She says that she looks forward to returning home to the U.S. soon. Now, this statement came from her spokesperson, but there are a lot of questions. She is someone who is really important to the Democratic Party, also someone.
Yes, few days ago we saw a similar thing with Mitch McConnell. Now Nancy Pelosi, there is something actually going on here. Nancy Pelosi fell down a set of stairs and broke her hip in Luxembourg, according to the New York Times. When I look back at what Nancy Pelosi said about Trump, extremely concerning. Sometimes I don't want to politicize everything, but on this video, we are going to do that exactly. Before we even proceed with this clip, there is something she said with Jen Psaki.
Take care. I do want to start with those comments because, I mean, your family knows better than just about any family in America the very real consequences of Trump's violent rhetoric. And I just want to get your reaction to what he just said at this rally, what we just played for the audience.
Good morning. Wonderful to be with you again on this weekend before the election. I think that what the ex-president just said is a further indication of his cognitive degeneration. You saw recently when he was talking about whether he chose electrocution or being eaten by sharks. Something's very wrong there. And indicative in it also is diminishing the power of the press, which is the guardian of our freedom in our country. So I think people who might thinking about voting for him have to know that he can't last as president for 4 years with his brain deteriorating at the rate that it is, and is clearly evident. And they may be voting for President Vance, which would be a horrible thing for our country. You're right. Our family has experienced the violence. Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy? Coming into our house, violating the sanctity of our home, the safety of my husband, looking for me, echoing what was said on January 6th in the Capitol. Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy? Was coming up to punish me for what I had said about Donald Trump.
If you compare Nancy Pelosi and Trump, who is stronger, I really want to know. It is laughable to see her spewing this on air. Years ago, I saw her
As soon as possible. 10 states, as I said, on Friday. I started there early for voting the day that we lost Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
But to be clear, you're not taking any arrows out of your quiver. You're not ruling anything out.
Good morning. Sunday morning. We have a responsibility. We take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. Good morning. Sunday morning.
A lot is happening to Nancy Pelosi. A few days ago, she was booed off stage, and according to her, she is used to it all this. She went out there to promote her book. What happened at the end was amazing to me. I have seen them being confronted like this. I don't know if you've seen that video. Take a look at this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So you. Don't worry about that. I'm from San Francisco. I'm used to this.
We have an opportunity for the audience to ask questions, so we'll wait till the end of our conversation to do that.
See, they'll get what they want because all the press will say is that we got interrupted.
All right, so you never know what to expect at the 92nd Street Y. I'll wait a second to continue.
Let us bow our heads for the hostages and be prayerful about the hostages, which they never mention. So.
These are just some Nancy Pelosi's highlight I decided to show you so you can see what exactly is happening. Now going back into what happened to her, I have some different reports, people saying different things. When you take a look at this article put out by the New York Times, Nancy Pelosi fell down a set of stairs and broke her hips in Luxembourg, according to the New York Times. Your country is controlled by nursing home patients. According to the person who posted this, the incident happened days after the elderly Mitch McConnell fell. Mrs. Pelosi tripled down, going down marble stair at the Grand Ducal Palace and took a hard fall, according to a person familiar with the incident who was not authorized to comment and spoke on conditions of anonymity. The Times reported people close to Mrs. Pelosi in California and Washington, D.C. speaking on condition of because they were not authorized to speak for her, said the former speaker fractured her hip when she fell. This is not something to even hide. That is what has happened. Nancy Pelosi is old, though she cannot accept that. When I see these people still struggling to attach to positions, it gets me so crazy. Yeah, they cannot give opportunity to younger people. Someone like Mitch McConnell is just an example. I've seen people on edge calling that this should even be her end in Congress. I don't want bad to happen to any person, but in my Nancy Pelosi is old. She should go and rest. You have walked throughout your life. I don't see why they still struggle to do this every day. It is crazy. If you now look deep, you realize there is no future for the younger ones. Nancy Pelosi started work at an early age. People born around that area, when you look at their age now, they are big. They even need these positions they are unable to have because of people like this.
So many women and so many men are going nuts over, and there's a huge wave of horny washing over us right now. It's like when one of the guys you work with says, I had a dream about you last night. When it's the FedEx guy with the big muscles and the rolled up sleeves, you're like, oh. But if it's the bald IT guy wearing Crocs with black socks.
The 09 Tulsi Gabbard added to Donald Trump's cabinet. Also with a
theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
They were too woke, insisting that people use the term Latinx.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke. Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
I'd never seen that.
I saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact, that these celebrity endorsements are not free.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Now it's time to unite everybody.
I want you to know what would change after doing this.
Comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off.
Figure out a way to say thank you.
That guy's name, he's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway,
Hey there. Not doing great.
Terrible night last night. It was a terrible night.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one?
Bishop Vigano, he says that
So the rumor mill is a buzz.